Oh, what a place to celebrate a 1-2. What a night that was. I tell you what, if we didn't break the cost cap before, that bar tab certainly did it. But where is everybody? Where's the track? How long were we in there for? What day? Holy crap, we're going to be in Abu Dhabi tomorrow. Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Forza Ferrari. For let's face it could be the last time. It is the final race of the season, Abu Dhabi, and after our 1-2 in Las Vegas last race, we've given ourselves a chance, or I've given myself a chance, to just about keep my job here, I think. Now, let's have a quick look here at finances, cost cap. Now, we have just under 600 grand. Now, I'm slightly... there's a ray of hope here. There's a ray of hope that we're not going to break cost cap, and that is because if we go to facilities and car developers, the factory is in a shutdown. Now, I couldn't believe my luck. I forget what it was, a fire or something. I was just like, shut it down, shut it down. I don't know if the monthly upkeep cost comes out of cost cap or not, but if it doesn't, we're saving ourselves about 400 grand. It might keep us under the cost cap, but yeah, that's very much clutching at straws. So yeah, I don't particularly know. Now, one thing that has happened, the team hub has been upgraded, so that's now level 3. Now, upgrading doesn't come out of the cost cap. I'm fairly sure that I knew that was in the rules anyway, of the cost cap rules. I did know that, but I have triple checked when I go to upgrade something that it's not going to come out of cost cap. So it comes out of our money, obviously. We have 41 million. We have so much money. And we're just going to have to pump it all into facilities because it's just burning a hole otherwise. So, yeah. That's what we'll look to do. So there's not too much else to catch you up on, particularly. Now, yeah, there's not too much else to catch you up on. It's only been 4 days and quite a lot of Vegas partying since that 1-2 result. Now, let's have a look here. Abu Dhabi, we're not expecting any rain. Circuit map, it is, of course, slightly changed as of last year. So red is sector 1, blue sector 2, and yellow is the final sector there. You can see a little bit of everything, slow and medium speed corners, and then that sort of that 2 long straights as well. Car attributes, top speed, low and medium. Look at that, I can almost pick it, can't I? So, a safety car stop is only going to cost us 13 seconds as opposed to 20 seconds normally. Expected strategies, the one stop looks the favoured one, doesn't it? Now, what is the compound performance difference? The soft tyre is not that much quicker than the hard or the medium, and degrades quite quickly, so it looks as though medium is definitely the favoured tyre, and the hard doesn't look its bad race tyre either. So yeah, one stop basically. Historically, yeah, Max Verstappen and Red Bull win this one, don't they? So a little bit of help with Michael Masti from time to time, but yeah, that is that. Performance targets, reach Q2. We better be reaching Q2. We need another, maybe not a 1-2. We definitely need a podium here, I think, to keep my job. The race targets, go for fastest lap. All right, let's just go for it. And qualifying position. So we need what is our streak there? So finishing. I didn't need to click on this. What am I doing? Hang on. So one car in the top 6 of qualifying, and can we do the race? We can't do the race. It's not an option because it's the final race of the season. So there we go. Those are our targets. Now let's have a quick update of the board confidence coming into this one. Right now it's medium. Current progress is below target, which is what it was going to be because we knew that we weren't going to, you know, we were never going to come second this year. That was obvious about 5 or 6 races in, wasn't it? So, if we look at recent performances, now Spa is going to drop off. We at least need another happy, don't we, to get rid of all these disappointments. Objectives, they'll review at the end of the year. And finances, there's no debt. So, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen here. But let's go off and see. So there we go, confirmation of the weather. I will go and do free practice. I'll see you for qualifying, and it needs to be a good qualifying for us, doesn't it? Alright, so we've done free practice, and I can tell you we've nailed the setups. Both cars 100%. Now, one thing you will notice is lots and lots of penalties at the front of the field, so a good chance for us to get a good starting position, if nothing else. FP1, we were down there in 11th and 13th. Now, again, we've got the oldest of old engine parts in there, so don't worry too much about the lap times, I wouldn't have thought. We can see there, FP2, we were 14th and 16th as the smoke got a little bit thicker. And then FP3, we made it on the... on what was left over, so it's 11th and 17th in that one. So Mick's looking okay. We've actually, apparently I built a new side pod, so we've stuck that on Mick's car, so he's ready to go. You can see setups are nailed. Let's see how Q1 goes. So we got through with just the one run, which is excellent. Saves a set of tyres for later in qualifying. Perez and Verstappen back on the pace, so I think their Vegas form may have been a little bit down to old engine parts, unfortunately for us. But anyway, Q2, let's see how we go here. Alright, we are on our second run. Both cars, we're sitting third and fourth right now. Both cars did a run on used tyres. There was a big part of me that thought, let's save a set of soft tyres here and not go out. But here we are, using up the new set of soft tyres, and we've both gone yellow in the first sector, so that's not great, is it? I really do actually think we probably could have got away with not going out, but 0.4 of a second, it was a bit too much of a risk, I think, for the sake of one lap on soft tyres, which we probably don't want to use in the race anyway. As we saw, they just degrade too fast, and they're not that much quicker than the mediums anyway. And I did save a set of mediums in practice, so we've got that up our sleeve if we need to. Giovinazzi doesn't go faster. Mick doesn't go faster, so we indeed did waste a set of tyres. But is it enough to get us through? It should be. So in the end, it was 5th and 6th as Alonso and Ocon go quicker than us. But yeah, there we go. Any major casualties there? Stroll and the Aston Martin taking penalties and out in Q1. That's a bit of a shock. Both Williams getting through, though. Probably a bit of a shock as well. But anyway, through into Q2, I should say. Let's go to Q3. Alright, so here we go. Our run on new tyres. We're on board with Mick. Giovinazzi is just in front of us. And let's see where we can go here. We are currently 6th and 7th. As I've got to say, since the update, the cars do get out of the way a lot better, don't they? So it's not as brutal. Giovinazzi's gone faster in this first sector. Mick has not, though. What is everybody else doing? Yeah, there's a big argument to say that we should do the Giovinazzi's not gone faster second sector. That we should use the new tyres on the first run, because we seem to go faster on the first run, but the track is supposed to get grippier. So I don't really understand why it's not working like that, but maybe I just need to adjust to the game. Giovinazzi's not gone any quicker. Is Mick going to go any quicker? No, so it's 7th and 8th. So that's going to make it difficult to get back on the podium, isn't it? So both the Alpines are ahead of us. They look quick here. We're going to have penalties for the Red Bulls. Is that going to be enough to put them behind us, though? If there's just a 5-place grid penalty, maybe Giovinazzi will move up one, but that's going to be it. Alright, let's see what we can do with strategy here, though. It's just a one-stop, isn't it? Oh, it is very marginal. It is very marginal, but equally, it probably is what we need to do, isn't it? Okay, so what we could do, though, if we get a safety car, we're in. We've just got to come in if we get a safety car. Now, one thing I have done, which should help that, is if we go and have a look at our tyres, we've got 2 sets of mediums and a brand new soft as well, plus the hard. So we've got really good tyre options, so I think we've got to do a one-stop because that is the best way to go. But then equally, if as soon as we get a safety car, it's just a no-brainer. We are coming in, and that's just the way that's going to work for us, I think. So yeah, I'm tempted with one of the cars to go a different way, and it looks as though we've moved up 5th and 6th as well. So we're not starting quite as badly as we could have been. Can I just do the strategy instead of keep cancelling it? Anyway, I'll struggle with competency and I'll see you for the race. Alright, for the final time, here we go. It looks like Alonso on pole and Ocon is next to him on the front row. The Red Bulls look like they're at the back, are they? We'll worry about that in a second here. But let's get through turn 1 first of all. And we have come out in 5th and 6th. We are using our ERS just to try and get to the DRS. Looks like a lot of medium tyres. So Perez is 8th. Verstappen is, all the way at the back. So I did see a Red Bull at the back. In terms of tyres, there's a couple on stops, but mediums is the way that most people have gone. So that's going to be a one-stop with a couple of two-stoppers thrown in, it looks like. But yeah, like I say, as soon as we get a safety car, even if we get a safety car like lap 1 or 2, I think we've got to come in. Because I think that cheapest stop, that 7 seconds, is going to be the difference then. We'll be able to make it up quite quickly then in terms of being able to push the tyres quite a bit more. So, yeah. It is as it was. It's not always the greatest race, this one, is it? But I think the new track layout has definitely helped it a little bit, but it's, it's not always a classic. Let's get to DRS, hopefully still in DRS range. But it looks as though it's fairly... Gasly's dropping off the back of the front two now. Of course, the front two are on the soft tyres, so they will need to go. If Gasly is going to hold us up in the race, though, we definitely need to be getting past him as quickly as possible, don't we? So, DRS is going to come online here. We'll try and save a little bit of battery if we can. And we do just need to try and stay in DRS range here, though. We're in danger, big danger, actually, of dropping out of it. And we don't need that to be happening, Gio. Come on, mate, come on. Now, there is a chance that they're pushing the tyres. We've missed DRS. We're outside of it. So, that's just kind of is what it is. Yeah. Well, it's a long race. These guys might eat their tyres a bit too quickly and come back to us later on. Alright, now things are just slightly starting to come a little bit towards us here. Now, Hamilton and Gasly had a little coming together. It was a major crash, but really there was barely any contact. No penalties were given, but they've both been quite a bit slower since it happened. So I'm wondering if we can see 30 and 30s. So I'm wondering if there is a bit of damage to both cars, which is fine for us because it moves us potentially into a podium position here with Giovinazzi. Now, Mick is back in 7th. Perez did come past him, but he's otherwise holding his own. He's not dropped the back of them. You can see Hamilton is the car in front here. He's dropping back. Almost certainly has some front wing damage, I would imagine. So yeah, it's that's advantageous, that Gasly and Hamilton coming together. And if we do look at the tyre life really quickly, you can see that Gasly aside, and I think Gasly might be one-stopping as well, where our tyres are doing better than everybody else's. As here we go past Gasly up into the podium positions. And yeah, maybe it could be on here for Giovinazzi, if not Mick, who's just got past Hamilton, it looks like, as Gasly comes back past Giovinazzi. Anyway, it's not going too badly right now. Alright, now we've just had Ocon come in from the lead. Perez has got past Giovinazzi, and Gasly is kind of all over the back of him all of a sudden, so that's not great. And Mick is falling back into the clutches of Russell and Verstappen, who is quickly closing in. Now Ocon has come out in 8th, and we've still got a stop to make, so we'll see where that goes. And Alonso pits from the lead, so that moves us up to 2nd and 3rd currently, as who else has come in there? Gasly has come in. So Gasly was not one-stopping, which is a bit of a surprise, to be honest. So, yeah, well, we'll obviously see how this develops from here, but if we could get a late race safety car, a well-timed safety car here could be an absolute game-changer for us. But it needs to be fairly well-timed, I think, for us to get the maximum issue. And, of course, yeah, pit stop issues. That's going to be the one, isn't it? How are they going to affect us? Mick doing a very good job holding up a bit of a train there, though. But we're still a few laps away from our pit stops. Not too many, though. Alright, now we are going to bring Mick in on this lap, Giovinazzi on next lap. Giovinazzi's done a little bit better of a job holding onto his tyres. We are definitely struggling for pace right now, so it's a good time to come in as people that have stopped are going past us. Now, let's see if we can get 2 more stops out of these morons before the off-season, and under 3 seconds, we'll take it. And Giovinazzi will be coming in this next lap. Now, let's see where Mick comes out. He's behind Gasly, which is where we were anyway. He's also behind Hamilton. So he comes out in 9th. A fairly comfortable 9th. But we need to be moving up a little bit from there, don't we? And let's see now what Giovinazzi can do. So we're expecting he will probably get about a 4-second lead over Mick. So we're probably looking at him coming out. Maybe if he can get ahead of Hamilton, that would be a good thing for us. Of course, that is going to depend on how good this stop is. And it is... Oh, it's lightning. 2.8. Did we just jump Russell in the pits? Surely not. Oh, boys. That's absolutely brilliant. 18th fastest stop. So we're faster than Mick and one other. So we did beat out, did we? Yes, we did beat out Hamilton, I think. Yes, and we've got Gasly just in front of us, who possibly needs to stop again. So this is going to be... What we need is, after everybody else... if we can get a late race safety car, after everybody else has stopped, then we can come in, we can either put on a soft tyre or a medium. We've got a new one of each, and then absolutely belt it to the end. That would be ideal. So we get a cheap stop and better tyres, but yeah, well, we'll see. What we don't need is a safety car now. because that is not going to benefit our race at all, although it may make everybody else come in, perhaps. But, yeah, podium doesn't look quite so good now, does it? There's going to be some two-stoppers there, but... yeah, some guys there. Alonso's gone soft, which is interesting. Anyway, let's see where we go from here. Alright, I think I'm about to make an executive decision. We are seconds a lap slower right now. We're about to lose our position here. I think we're going to have to call a late audible here, and Russell is on a one-stop as well with us. I think us three here are the only ones on a one-stop. I think we need to call it, and we need to come in and really push the second half of this race. Alright, so we're going to come in. We're going to go with a medium at the end, basically because we can really push it and it's not that much slower and it degrades slower as well than a soft tyre. So let's see if this can bring us back into something along the lines of contention. We're doing the same thing with both cars, and yeah, I just feel like we were just going to end up getting done at the end on other people on just faster tyres. So, and we're just slower anyway. We're just much slower. So let's see what we do on this particular lap. And we can see visually we're already catching Gasly back in a little bit. So maybe, yeah, maybe the one stop actually wasn't the way to go. But we live and learn on that one. And usually when it's marginal like that, I don't do it. And I probably should have stuck to my guns on that one. But yeah, we're doing 28.6s, 28.0s with Mick. And that makes us pretty much the second and third fastest car on track. So, oh, Magnussen's doing some good times there as well. But anyway... no, yeah, well, yes, there is Giovinazzi. Your gearbox is rubbish, but
looking into it.
That's a problem we have to live with, as Russell has another go. Go away, George. And can we get... yes, we can get Gasly up the inside there. And so now we're going to try and chase down Perez. That is a 10-second gap, so that's going to be hard work. And, well, we'll try and do it. And Mick in 8th has got a bit of a gap to close down to Russell, the gap in sort of the battle that we're in there with Giovinazzi. But lap times on that particular lap, 27.5 and only a 28.6 from Mick, which is maybe a little bit slower than we would ideally like him to do. Looking at this, though, we can push these tyres even harder, can't we? So, full beans, boys, full beans. Alright, now we have just seen Verstappen and Alonso come into the pits. We are with Mick a little bit stuck here behind Gasly and Russell. That looks like Russell has just seen off Gasly, so we're going to go full send here as well. Try and get this move done. We should be able to do so. Please, down the outside with a bit of deploy. It's not quite done yet. Now, are we going to have enough traction off of that to go and get George Russell on the next one? Battery is drained, but it looks as though we can go and do just that. Do we make it stick around the outside? Looks like we do. And that is that. Just managing tyre temperatures a little bit right now as well, but it is it's all going not too badly. And the question, of course, now is, are we going to be able to rescue ourselves a podium finish here? Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see, won't we? We're 3 seconds to Alonso. We are going to have to make a stop. I think, because I've changed my mind sort of halfway through the race, we are probably going to need a safety car to bring us back into contention for podiums and whatnot. But if we could go and... we probably need a podium to save our jobs, though, don't we? Or my job. I keep calling it our job. It's my fault we are where we are. But anyway... Alright, we are coming into the pits. Both cars this lap. What could possibly go wrong? Verstappen and Ocon have just got past Giovinazzi, so we're 5th and 6th. Realistically, that's probably where we're looking to finish, unless we do happen to get a safety car. We're asking for more stops. 2.8. Wow, that's lightning. And here we go now with Mick, and it is 2.9. Wow, this is a fantastic end to the season. So where does Giovinazzi come out? Is he ahead of George Russell? Yes, just. So we are going to try and save up a little bit of battery here and make sure that we can go for fastest lap. But that should be no problem at all. We've got about 13 laps to the end, 14, 13 laps, something like that. And we'll have an attempt at fastest lap, I think just with Giovinazzi. I think he is probably more likely to do it. He's had the better pace of the two. So... we'll save what little Mick has in case he needs them to get past perhaps a George Russell later on. And we've got a 21-second gap. Oh, I've missed the start of the lap there. 21-second gap to try and pull in with Giovinazzi here. I don't think anybody else is going to be stopping, so we've got to do a 25-1. I thought Verstappen did a fast lap, man. Anyway, only a green first sector. Stroll is flying. Let's see what we can do middle sector here. It needs to be purple, ideally. It's only green, so maybe we just don't quite have the pace in the car. If you're wondering why it's yellow down here, what's flashing, it's his gearbox. His gearbox is absolutely stuffed, but we can't do much about it, and that might be what's going to stop us getting fastest lap here, despite going pretty much full beans, full push, 25.8. We're just not quite there. We'll have one more go if we can, now that maybe the tyres weren't quite in the right window. But if it's not, it's green, it's faster. We don't need to make up a huge amount of time. Actually we do 25-1, so we need to make up quite a bit of time, don't we? Are we going to run out of battery? If this isn't purple, I think we have to abandon it. It's not purple, and we're out of battery now anyway. So that wasn't quite meant to be. But we are still going faster than the cars in front.
Can you double your lift off, please?
I don't know that we're going to go quite fast enough with 10 laps to go to catch up that gap to Ocon. 18-second gap. 2 seconds a lap faster. Maybe we could. But is that going to be enough? Is 4th and 5th realistically going to be enough to keep our jobs? Possibly not. So Mick, with a little bit of DRS, has just cruised his way past George Russell, so he moves up into 6th. And I think that justifiably, that's the two-stop working, isn't it? Because Russell was ahead of Mick before, we changed strategy there. So
it's thermal dig.
Yeah, I'll take that as a correct decision, I think. Alright, we are coming around. We are just starting our final lap. We're on board with Giovinazzi. He's done his best. He's got the gap down to 10, just about 10 seconds. It'll probably end up just under 10 seconds. But ultimately, yeah, we just aren't quite quick enough. I think Perez has done a one-stop and is battling for the win right now. Russell's done it and is falling backwards. I'm not sure what happened to Gasly, because he did do a one-stop, but he's back there in 9th. And, yeah, I think had I decided to go two-stop earlier on, would we have found 10 seconds? Possibly, to be honest. So maybe we would have been in the battle there for maybe 4th, but I don't know we would have been doing much better than that. So Perez on a one-stop makes it work and wins. Giovinazzi will come across and finish 5th. It's going to be Mick Schumacher coming around to finish 6th. He did get fastest lap too after I said he wasn't quick enough. So well done, Mick. Is that going to be enough, though, to keep our jobs? So we finished where we started. Bit of a waste of time, really, wasn't it? But we did get fastest lap with Mick as well. So the drivers, Antonio Giovinazzi finishes 4th. Mick finishes 8th. The constructors, we finished 4th, where we've kind of known we were going to finish for a while. In the end, we weren't a million miles away from Mercedes. And could that have been the difference between us getting sacked or not, I wonder. Pit stops, if it came down to pit stops, I deserve to be sacked because we've been an absolute disgrace there all season. And, well, here comes the moment of truth. So we're at the end of the season. Cost cap projection warning. F2 championship results. So Porcher has beaten Jaruvula and Awasa. Jack Doohan, 4th. Not quite good enough there, was he? So that is all the standings there. Jack Crawford, of course, once of this channel. And I should probably just, if I move myself, you could probably see a lot easier there, couldn't you? There we go. And yeah, so there we go. That is how F2 finished up. We looked at F3, I think, a bit earlier on, didn't we? So Verstappen wins the title. Red Bull wins the title. And we can see there everything else. So well done to Max, Perez, and Alonso in the end. Battling for the win, but also battling for 2nd and 3rd in the championship. And yeah, Giovinazzi, a very solid 4th in the standings. Car inspection, that doesn't matter anymore. In the end, finances, did we do enough? Cost cap. So we haven't broken it yet, but of course I don't know when it actually cuts off. So stop the spending, stop the count, stop the count. All right, let's see if we get sacked. All right, so the upcoming board review. The board currently have a medium confidence in our leadership. They were satisfied with Yas Marina. Is that enough? Is that enough? Now, we've critically failed. I mean, 4th isn't bad. Come on, Ferrari. Cost cap, still, as of now, we have officially broken cost cap. Alright. I just want to go to this meeting. The tension is killing me. Okay, so we have officially broken cost cap. We've got a fine. The fine amount is 1.5 million, basically. Now, I don't know if that doesn't come out of next year's cost cap, then I don't care, because we've got so much money to spend, it's not a problem. How does the board feel about that, though? How does the board feel about breaking cost cap? What do I want? Board confidence. It's still medium. Okay. We have breached cost cap, but other than that, it's okay. Where's this Mick? I just want to know if I've got a job next season. Alright, here we go. End of season things. So, fastest... Let's not talk about that. Yeah, the morale is low. Well, Lauren, just do better, mate. Do better. Medium confidence. Okay, that makes me think... Oh, wait, that's just in pit stops. So we were... Okay, this is going to be the one, isn't it? Should I be worried that it's red? 4th. Team rating until the end of next season. Okay. 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 Okay, we should be good with that. We should be good. We're going to be back next year. I think if they were going to sack me, they would have done so just then. So we've got regulation changes for next year. This is all for next episode, guys, because it's going to be an interesting one. Because let's not forget, on the driver market, Leclerc and Sainz are available for somebody to take. And we will be going with Mick and with Giovinazzi again. One thing, I can't... It's like it's auto-renewed Mini's contract. And I can't... Maybe I signed him for 2 years. That's the problem. So I can't break his contract because that's going to come out of cost cap, I think. So... We'll have Mini for another year of doing nothing on the sidelines, so that's exciting for him. And, yeah, if you've enjoyed that, thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. We did enough in the end. We're going to have to do better next year, though. We're going to have a better car. We're going to have to not break cost cap. And hopefully, we'll be able to do all that. But we'll set the stonework for that next episode. Take care.